Welcome to Plaid for Women TV, your go-to resource for the business of life. Whether the CEO of your home or your own business, women struggle with the same challenges. At Plaid TV, we discuss real-life issues affecting real women and offer solutions to help you achieve your goals, get connected, and be heard. Together, we will change the world. Let's do this. No mean girls allowed.
Hey, welcome everybody to Plaid for Women Television. I'm Siobhan Palmer. This series we're talking about women and health, specifically mental health. My next guest is Ms. Brenda Rios. She's the Director of Development at Mental Health America of Greater Tarrant County. Today we're going to talk about her organization and the support services she offers for both families and individuals with mental illness. Brenda, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me, Siobhan.
I am delighted. Okay, so important the work you do at Mental Health America of Tarrant County. Why don't you give our audience a little overview of the specifics of your organization?
Yeah, Mental Health America of Greater Tarrant County provides lots of resources for individuals and families who have a mental health condition, more specifically individuals with a mental health condition, and then the family members that are there to support those folks.
Let's talk about specific services you would offer for a family. I know after mental illness diagnosis, families are typically devastated. They don't know where to go to get some really good information to provide support. So what do you find with families that's a common thread that they're all dealing with after they realize they have a loved one with mental illness?
Well, the most common thing is that people don't know where to turn. Once they've been diagnosed, they don't know what agencies are out there to help them or what services are available to them. So Mental Health America really comes in and helps them identify what resources are available. And then the other thing, too, that's really hard is individuals who are diagnosed with a mental health condition don't want to get help.
And why is that?
The stigma that's associated with it. Stigma really does prevent people from getting the help that they need. They're afraid of the prejudice. They're afraid of the label that's attached to it.
Right. You know, it's interesting you bring that up. Years ago, I met a woman and she defined mental illness as the no casserole disease. And I asked her what she meant by that. And she said, well, Siobhan, if I told people my husband was diagnosed with a heart illness, I'd open up my front door and there'd be a pile of casseroles. Yeah. You tell somebody's had a psychotic break or is schizophrenic and
they run away.
Friends and family tend to run away.
Yeah, people with mental health conditions, especially the people that come to our organization, we are their support system because they have lost their support system.
You become like a second family, literally. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about the specific services you would offer for families.
For families, we have lots of support groups that they can attend, but I think our main focus is helping the people with mental health conditions. We provide peer support services, which gives them opportunities for growth, teaches them how to live with their mental health condition, and how to begin the process down the road of recovery.
Sure. And I know that a lot of people with mental illness, that employment is an issue. Do you give any resources in sort of job training after recovery to get back into the workforce?
Yeah, first of all, we provide classes such as Wellness Recovery Action Planning, which really teaches people how to identify when they're in a crisis so that they can prevent that in the future and that helps them become gainfully employed. We also do acceptance and commitment therapy, which helps people understand that life comes with pain and then you deal with that and you move forward.
You also talked about peer-to-peer. I think that's so important that you're sitting, you work with your psychiatrists and your healthcare providers, but knowing someone is in the same position as you are really helps to break through that stigma.
Yeah, someone that you can talk to and relate and has the same lived experience as you do is really helpful.
Tell me why you got in this field, why you're passionate about mental health advocacy and education.
I have a brother who suffers from suicidal ideation, and
explain what that is, suicidal ideation.
Suicidal ideation, that means he has thoughts of suicide, he's tempted, he suffers from depression, and depression. We have depression in our family, and so I'm really aware of it, and I know what things keep me healthy, mentally healthy, and when I don't feel like things are going the way they're supposed to, or I'm not feeling a certain way, then I feel really comfortable just talking about it and maybe telling my husband, you know what, I don't feel so good today. Just being aware, because it's in my family. So,
talk about some of the people that you've dealt with, some patients you've dealt with or people that are coming to get services? Like I asked Dr. Oliphant, is there a commonality between people with mental illness? I know it does not discriminate. It is regardless of economic status or anything. So what have you learned as an individual about people dealing with mental illness?
One of the things that strikes me about mental illness is that it can look like anyone. It can look like us.
Absolutely.
On any given day. I think we're all on the cusp somewhere. I think one of the most common things about people that come into Mental Health America is that they're all there seeking support.
Which is critical, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That they've reached out, they want the help, and they need ongoing support.
And I'm glad that they know it's available.
Right. I know with many other nonprofits and so forth, talk about the worthiness of celebrities coming forward. I know that Catherine Zeta-Jones and Congressman Patrick Kennedy, they've been very open about their own struggles with mental illness.
I think it's super important when high-profile celebrities do talk about their mental health conditions. It brings awareness, and I think more of us need to do that so that we can bring the conversation to light.
I know, the comedian Robin Williams, that was a very, very high-profile situation. Did you find that you were fielding more calls as a result of his suicide?
Yes. We have the LOSS team, Local Outreach to Suicide Survivors, and I think more people called that number to say, I did lose someone to suicide. It had been years since they'd lost their loved one to suicide, but it gave them, I guess, maybe the courage to reach out. And then in our warm line, we had a lot of calls, people just wanting to express their feelings or, I have these same thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to die by suicide? And it really provided an opportunity for us to go out and help them.
So Mental Health America of Greater Tarrant County, how many facilities do you have around the country?
There are several hundred. Mm-hmm. Mental Health America of Greater Tarrant County is an affiliate of Mental Health America of Texas, and that is an affiliate of the MHA National.
Right.
So there's a national affiliate. Mm-hmm. I don't know off the top of my head how many.
As a young professional, if you had to reach out and tell young people if they were having feelings of depression or worthlessness or whatever, what kind of recommendation would you give somebody immediately when they're feeling either suicidal or need help?
Well, I would give them the national hotline if they were feeling suicidal. Luckily, we live in Tarrant County, and there are a lot of resources. So they could call us, or they could call MHMR, their crisis line. There are just so many resources in Tarrant County, and people really wanting to help, organizations that work together to help our community. And
you have a couple of signature events each year, fundraisers. Why don't you share with us about that?
Run for Life is, we're going into our 5th year. Run for Life brought in support for the LOSS team, which helps people who have lost someone to suicide. And then we also have Peppers and Piñatas, which is a fun event at Joe T. Garcia's. And that event raises money for our suicide awareness and education program, LOSS team, and then also our peer support program.
That's terrific. Well, Brenda, it sounds like you guys are doing amazing work at the Mental Health Association of Greater Tarrant County. Tell our audience if they want to get a hold of you, get more information about your organization.
Yeah, if you would like to get more information on Mental Health America of Greater Tarrant County, you can call us at 817-335-5405, or you can reach us on Facebook or reach us on the web, www.mhatc.org.
Brenda, thank you so much. Fascinating conversation. We appreciate all the great work you guys do.
Oh, thank you for having us.
This is Siobhan Palmer with Plaid for Women Television on Women and Health, focusing on mental health. Appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Plaid TV. See you next time.